Fasten your seatbelts and prep your antacids because today we're counting down the 10 fast food chains that are by far the worst in the US in 2025. These aren't just minor disappointments, they're full-blown disasters. From revolting kitchen conditions to corporate scandals that left everyone's jaws and stomachs on the floor, we're exposing the greasy underbelly of fast food. Welcome to the bottom of the barrel where soggy fries, salmonella scares, and PR nightmares are all on the menu. Remember when Subway convinced us to eat fresh? What a load of bollocks. This sandwich chain's idea of fresh involved baking bread so sugary that an Irish court ruled it's basically cake, not bread. You call that fresh? I've seen fresher roadkill. And that's just the start of Subway's saga of shame. They've been slammed with lawsuits over everything from misleading advertising to questionable hygiene practices. They're like the culinary equivalent of a cockroach. You think you've seen the last of them, but they always seem to crawl back. Burger King once dared to call itself the King, a title that implies a certain level of excellence and regality. But today it wears the crown of cringe, a far cry from the royal image it once tried to project. From offensive marketing campaigns that would make a donkey blush, their attempts at humor often fall flat and offend more than they entertain. To revolting mishaps that belong in a horror film, the quality control seems to be on a permanent vacation. Burger King seems determined to flame broil its own reputation with one scandal after another. Remember that time they tried to sell a burger with a moldy green bun for Halloween? It was supposed to be spooky, but it ended up just being gross. Or when they were caught using horse meat in their patties. That scandal left a bad taste in everyone's mouth, literally and figuratively. This is a fast food chain that's constantly shooting itself in the foot with one PR disaster after another, and frankly, I'm not loving it. The customers aren't either, as evident from the numerous complaints and empty restaurants. Social media is flooded with negative reviews and backlash, making it clear that the brand has lost its way. Unhygienic practices and mishandling of food have only added fuel to the fire, making it hard for loyal customers to stay loyal. Failed menu items and unpopular food choices have also contributed to the downfall, with many products being discontinued shortly after their launch. Despite attempts to rebrand and make a comeback, the damage seems to be done. The once mighty King is now a jester in the fast food court. Struggling to attract customers, Burger King is now a shadow of its former self, a cautionary tale in the fast food industry. While they continue to try new marketing strategies and ad campaigns, it remains to be seen if they can ever reclaim their throne. For now, it seems like the end of an era for Burger King, a brand that once ruled the fast food kingdom but is now fit for a clown, not a king. Checkers, or Rallies as it's known in some parts of this godforsaken country, markets its burgers as bold and flavorful. But the only thing bold here is the health inspector's report. We're talking about a chain so infamously filthy that dirty dining news segments have practically adopted it. From rodent infestations to employees caught preparing food on the floor, Checkers and Rallies are a masterclass in how not to run a restaurant. Seriously, you'd have better luck finding a decent meal in a dumpster. Jimmy John's freaky fast food poisoning. At Jimmy John's, the sandwiches are freaky fast, and that applies to how fast they can send you running to the ER. This subchain became a food poisoning repeat offender to the point where the US FDA actually issued a formal warning in 2020. You know you've messed up when the government has to step in and tell you to stop poisoning your customers. It's enough to make you want to swear off sandwiches altogether. Chipotle from fresh to foul. Chipotle Mexican Grill rode in as the shining knight of fast food, promising fresh burritos and a commitment to quality. But by 2025, Chipotle's pristine image has long been guacamole gone bad. This chain has racked up more foodborne illness outbreaks than a bad buffet. It seems like every other week there's a new headline about Chipotle giving people E. coli or norovirus. Jack in the Box, the OG fast food disaster. Jack in the Box served up arguably the deadliest fast food disaster ever, the 1993 E. coli outbreak that killed 4 children and permanently injured 178 others. This tragic event shook the nation and brought the fast food industry under intense scrutiny. Families were devastated and the public demanded answers and accountability. Decades later, this chain still can't get it right. Despite numerous attempts to improve their food safety protocols, Jack in the Box has continued to struggle with maintaining consistent standards. They've been plagued by food safety issues ever since, with multiple incidents reported over the years. Each new report brings back painful memories for those affected by the original outbreak, proving that some lessons are just too hard to learn. The company has faced lawsuits, fines, and a tarnished reputation, yet the problems persist. Customers have become wary, and trust in the brand has been severely damaged. It's a stark reminder that behind the convenience of fast food, there are complex systems that must be diligently managed to ensure safety. The allure of quick, cheap meals often overshadows the potential risks involved. There can be a very real and very tragic human cost. The story of Jack in the Box serves as a cautionary tale for the entire industry, highlighting the importance of food safety and the devastating consequences when it is neglected. As we enjoy our fast food, we must remember the lives lost and the families forever changed by this disaster. Little Caesars, where dreams of decent pizza go to die. Little Caesars is the bargain basement pizza joint that proudly sells you a whole pie for the price of a Starbucks latte. It's the place you go when you're desperate for something that resembles pizza but don't want to break the bank, but you get what you pay for, and in this case, you're paying for culinary mediocrity and a side of internet infamy. The pizza might be hot and ready, but it's also hot and regrettable. Remember that time someone found a dead rat baked into their Little Caesars pizza? Yes, you heard that right. A rat baked into the pizza. It's the stuff of nightmares and viral news stories, or when they were caught using expired dough. Imagine biting into a slice only to realize the dough is older than your last relationship. It's not just a pizza, it's a health hazard. This is the kind of pizza that would make even the hungriest college student think twice. And let's be honest, college students are known for their questionable food choices. If they're hesitating, you know something's seriously wrong. Despite all this, Little Caesars has managed to carve out a niche for itself. Their commercials are catchy and their mascot is oddly endearing. They market themselves as the go-to option for parties and gatherings, where quantity often trumps quality. And let's not forget their famous "Pizza Pizza" slogan. It's a promise of double the pizza for your money, but also a reminder that you're getting double the disappointment. The cheese might stretch, but so does your patience. So, the next time you're tempted by the allure of a cheap pizza fix, remember the tales of rats, expired dough, and disappointed college students. Sometimes it's worth spending a little extra for a slice of quality. Little Caesars, where dreams of decent pizza go to die, but where the stories and regrets live on forever. Popeyes, from chicken sandwich wars to actual wars. Popeyes skyrocketed from fried chicken chain to full-blown cultural phenomenon in 2019 with its famous chicken sandwich. But the explosive popularity blew up in the chain's face, turning Popeyes into a scene of chaos and violence. People were literally fighting in line for this sandwich. It got so bad that some locations had to shut down entirely. Talk about a recipe for disaster. Papa John's Papa Don't Preach Unless It's Hate. Papa John's was once the confident number 3 pizza chain, but founder John Schnatter torpedoed his own empire with a series of outrageous racist and just plain stupid acts that left the company's reputation in ashes. From blaming NFL players for declining sales to using racial slurs on a conference call, Schnatter managed to alienate just about everyone. It's a cautionary tale of how even the most successful businesses can be brought down by the stupidity of their leaders. McDonald's, the Ronald McDonald of all fast food sins. McDonald's might be the biggest fast food chain on earth, but it also has the biggest list of sins. From dubious food quality to constant lawsuits and scandals, McDonald's wears the tarnished crown as the worst fast food chain in America. They've been accused of everything from exploiting workers to contributing to the obesity epidemic. And let's not forget about the countless documentaries and exposés that have revealed the dark side of this fast food giant. So there you have it, 10 fast food chains you'll find at the crossroads of Diarrhea Drive and Salmonella Street. Each of these brands has excelled in something, whether it's poisoning customers or alienating them, or sometimes both. It's a reminder that behind the catchy jingles and colorful mascots, fast food can get real ugly real fast. The next time you're itching for a quick bite, remember this list and ask yourself, how badly do I want to roll the dice on dinner?